not everyone found the mogul's vision uplifting. Thomas Edison, inventor of the motion picture camera, used ruthless collection tactics for royalties on his patents. So much so, he eventually forced the moguls to leave town. And they did, to a sunny suburb of Los Angeles that became known as Hollywood.
So you'd have to say they were probably wrong in doing that. But Edison, on the other hand, hired thugs to run after these independent producers, sometimes referred to as the outlaw producers, and beat them up or assault them. And so this is one of the reasons that is sometimes cited as a reason for the founding of Hollywood.
They also needed the sunlight because the exposure index of films of the day was very, very low, somewhere around an ASA of something like 5 or 8, as opposed to today's films, which are at 250 and 500 ASA. So being close to the Mexican border to get away from Edison's patent thugs and having plenty of sunlight and reliable weather out in Hollywood land were the reasons that the movie moguls left New York City and basically set up 5 movie studios and 4 mini majors in the area of Los Angeles.
There, far from Edison's patent police, but near the Mexican border, the moguls built an even more glamorous industry than what they had left back east. For what kid hasn't marveled at Hollywood movies, the silver screen with its mind-boggling action adventures and the endearing romances of our favorite stars? And now, a global industry. What nation has not benefited from Hollywood movies? What people have not been able to feel closer to other people, especially when we realize that we are more alike than different?
People feel closer to people who they may have never met by virtue of seeing a story about someone they don't know, but has aspects of their life that matches the lives they live. The technology of film and television is just another way of people telling stories to each other.
Yes, the movie moguls would go on to present an idealized vision of the American dream and even build an empire of their own.
In his book, An Empire of Their Own, Neil Gabler explains how these mostly Jewish immigrants came here. A lot of them had dysfunctional families, bad dads, and they made movies that reflected a more idealized scene, a scene that they would have liked to have seen.
And now, 100 years later, this empire creates thousands of hours of movies and TV shows every year. The production output from hundreds of companies, a cornucopia of human thought now on everyone's fingertips.